Yo, back again, live. I don't care if anybody watches or if everybody watches. If you discover these videos, you will see what it takes to develop your listing inventory in a shifting market. Right now, we've got inflation, the recession, blah, blah, blah. Everything is going on. Just keep pushing forward, keep working. I saw a quote today that said from Gary Keller, actually, that said, immediately start spending half your day talking to people because real estate is a contact sport. So that's just about what I do on a daily basis. What you see here is me going after what they will call right now business. Right now business are expired listings for sale by owners, things of that nature. I don't really call for sale by owners anymore. Um, Number one, there just aren't very many in my market. Number two, expired listings is something that I am challenging myself to become better with. So my one thing for getting right now business right now is expired listings. My other lead source is absentee owners. If you don't know that already, uh, now you know. But listen, as you can see, I do not waste any time to get up and running on these calls. It is 7:46 in the morning. Yesterday, if you saw my video, there were zero new expireds in my market, and I explained kind of how I narrow things down so that you know like why it's pretty limited. The number of expireds that I get. I know a lot of people that get and call on a lot more, but I'm looking at a very specific market right now. Well, at most times because of what actually sells the quickest. If you want to do volume, I would suggest focusing on your bread and butter, a little bit below and a little bit above your bread and butter market, whatever that is for your market. For me, that is the 200,000 to $700,000 range. So I narrow my expired listings down to Minneapolis and St. Paul, and go from the 200,000 to the $700,000 range. That's why I don't get as many expired listings that come in because they do tend to sell. But the good thing is that if they do expire, chances are those people still want to sell, and they're probably pretty confused as to why their house didn't. And right now, there could be a lot of different reasons. Number one being it's just overpriced right now. Things are slowing down, and we haven't found what the market wants yet. And we have to find that. There has to be somebody out there to be honest enough to do that. In past videos, you've probably seen that I don't wear glasses. I have 20/20 vision, by the way. The reason I have these on, these are some of those blue light glasses. And what I found is that, you know, doing real estate and doing real estate this way now, um, I'm staring at screens all the time, and blocking that blue light is good. I realized that I wasn't getting like good, healthy sleep. So I would highly suggest if you're staring at your laptop screen, especially if you're staring at your screen like in the evening and it's dark and that light is hitting your face. We're always on our phones, we're texting clients, calling clients, whatever. You need to you might be something to think about doing from time to time. So I've started wearing these, especially while I'm doing calls, because I'm so narrow focused with that. And the glare, the blue light, definitely impacts the amount of healthy sleep you get. So now that I've gone on a tangent with that, let's get in here. I got 4 expired listings today. I want to get started here early because I have a lot of things to do today as far as running around to the title companies and stuff like that. So I want to get this part of my day done, make sure that I hit my daily minimums. All right. So call number one coming up now. Should be a nice one. Pretty sure it's still expired. Just came up today. We're going to see what it does. Went to voicemail there. I am not going to leave a voicemail just yet, so I'm going to call him back later on tonight. I think, yeah, that's a different number. There's two phone numbers for this one, so call him. Listen, I know it's early. Somebody's going to get pissed off at me one day. Another voicemail. Mark this as ring no answer in My Plus Leads, and then schedule a looking at pictures of the house. You know, maybe I won't try so hard. Um, call that tonight at 6. Also, looking at pictures of the house, I can kind of tell uh, why it did not sell. That follow up task goes directly on my Outlook calendar, and it's all synced up. So what I'm doing right now is getting that scheduled on my Outlook calendar so that 6 o'clock tonight, I get an alert on my phone that I need to make a phone call. And then all that information will be right there on my screen when I do it. So, all right. Got one that's right down the street from another one of my listings. Could be a good or a bad sign. I don't know. What I mean by that is from my other listing, because it is kind of just sitting there. Sellers have been very patient though. Hope somebody answers this morning. Sorry, but your call could not be completed. I'm gonna put that as a bad number. This other one, there's two numbers for this one. Went to voicemail again. These names look familiar. I feel like I might know these people, but I probably don't. Um, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. That's gonna be another ring no answer. Remember, I only got four this morning. I only got four of them this morning, so it's another one going at 6 p.m. Straight to my calendar. Done. On to the next. So now when I log in later on to make these follow-up calls again, you'll allow me to pull up any of the ones that I have marked as not contacted or ring no answer. So super easy to pull it back up and make those calls again. Here we go. So now I called that number and it said a different name on the voicemail than what's listed here. Not going to mark that as a wrong number, but willing to bet it was somebody that was attached to the property at some other time. I would say that's the best number, but it went to voicemail again. This is the reality. Sometimes people answer, most often they don't. How do you get in contact with them? You can call them, you can mail them, you can visit them. I plan on doing all three. Um, finish this up. Call, save it. And we're moving on to the last call of the morning. Let's see if they answer. If they don't, here's what it is. I'll call them back this evening. Um, the interesting thing is that when I call people back, if I call them in the morning, I call them in the afternoon, and then I will try them again the next day around like 10 a.m. or so. Obviously, not as early if they haven't relisted yet. A lot of times these houses will come off with a plan of being relisted right away. It's a strategy, make it look like a new listing, maybe put a new price on it, whatever. But when I call back the following day, it's typically a higher chance that I will actually reach someone and talk to them. So that is that's been an observation that I've had by calling them multiple times. Um, unless of course you call the first time and it's like it's going to it rings and goes to voicemail, then it goes directly to voicemail. If it goes directly to voicemail, they probably blocked you. But that happens. It's just the fine art of interrupting people, right? You got to understand you're an interruption. Oh, let me stop that one. Nope. This person's a real estate agent listing their own house. So I'm going to delete this one. Delete, complete. Well, that's it. No synchronization for that one. Yeah, I don't call other agents. Most times, call another agent. They get real smart with you on the phone. If you did your research, blah blah blah. But I noticed the name of the owner, and the name of the listing agent was exactly the same. So that's it. That was the calls. I'm done with my new expires by 8 o'clock. Go get showered up, get dressed. I start doing my follow-up calls and absentee owner calls around 10, go until about noon, 1 o'clock. Get that done. Listen, do not be discouraged if people are not answering your calls. Try calling them over and over and over again. Rule of thumb, if you're going to be calling them over and over again, at least in one day, only leave them one voicemail. Make your very last call the time you leave the voicemail. If you don't get a call back, um, then you can call them back the next day, then start mailing them something. I usually will mail a handwritten note letting them know I've been trying to get in contact with them. Would like to sit down and see if there's any way that I can help. Have I gotten a response back yet? No, but I've only been doing it for about a week or so. And I've only mailed out 6 letters, things like that. I keep up with everything right in my Outlook calendar. Everything goes directly from My Plus Leads to the Outlook calendar. I get alerts at the times that I sit down to start working for what I should be doing that day. That creates my to-do list, right? I look at my calendar, it says I need to send the mail, send mail, send mail. I need to make a call. I need to make a call. I need to make a call. Then they'll say I need to start doing my follow-up. That's what my first half of the day is. 1 o'clock, I start managing my business. That's when I start going through, talking to current clients, handling anything to do with inspections. Like today, I need to run a earnest money check down to the title company, talk to a plumber for inspection on another property that I had, get a bid, stuff like that. Right? That's how your day is set up. If you can set your day up like that, you will be successful. You won't have to worry about any of this recession talk or any of that stuff. Just keep making the calls. Bottom line. That's it. One thing about voicemails, when you leave the voicemail, if you want to get a contact back or a potential contact back, introduce yourself and then say, I hope I have the right phone number. Then say your name again, say your phone number, and then go into your voicemail message. What happens when you do that is if it's the wrong number, at least somebody will either call you or send you a text message back saying you have the wrong number. Keep your CRM, keep your phone list clean. Get those wrong numbers out of there. Keep it lean. You want to have the best numbers that you can. Make sure you're verifying who you're talking to and verifying that you have the right number. That will be my tip of the day, because I'm not one to just keep a long list of dead leads and dead numbers. So I'm always cleaning up my list. So anytime I talk to somebody, I'm always verifying that I'm talking to the right person after I introduce myself, making sure that I have the permission to move forward and speak to them any further. All right. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I've been on here a couple days in a row. It's been awesome. Just staying in the groove, getting back in the groove. Hopefully, we'll have more new expired listens tomorrow. Peace.